The spring season means many favorite stops around Greater West Bloomfield are opening up for the warmer months. One of those places is TreeRunner Adventure Park, and they're getting into the spring season with a fun Easter egg hunt taking place this Sunday, March 29th. Just the first of many events TreeRunner has in store for families all throughout this spring and summer season. And joining us now to tell us more is TreeRunner's Assistant General Manager, Luke Weller. Luke, thank you so much for joining us today.
So much for having me.
Of course, love talking to TreeRunner. It's signifying that we are really approaching the spring and the summer seasons. And I mean, I did a package with you guys a couple years ago. Still one of my favorite packages to this day. So love what you guys do for the community. And you're kicking things off with this wonderful Easter egg hunt on the 29th. So what makes the Easter egg hunt at TreeRunner unique compared to traditional egg hunts?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So this is our Easter egg hunt. I love this so much. It's one of my favorite events that we do. And what's kind of different about it is that I always think there's so many eggs. There's so many all over the place. I really mean it. So we get really into that. We'll hide them on the grounds, so you can find them if you're just walking around down there. But we'll also hide them in all of the fun things that we do at the park too. So if you've never been to TreeRunner, I think people primarily see us as our adventure park. So that's our obstacles and our zip lines up in the trees. And that is our main thing, I would say. But we have all sorts of fun things you can do on the ground, too. So we have a mini golf. We have a bounce force. It's kind of like a trampoline park, but it feels very different. It's hard to describe. And we also have a gem mining, which is like you can find really cool rocks and things. And all of the eggs will be hidden through all of those events, too. So whether you're doing like our junior park climbing, anything else out there, you might just be going throughout your fun and be like, hey, I found an egg here. And you're more than welcome to take the eggs from there to pick it up, join the fun. And I always see it as like a great event for like if you're super professional at egg hunting, we hide them in really tough spots. If it's your first time ever, we'll hide them like kind of all over the place in little simpler spots for everyone to join in. And we'll keep refilling it throughout the whole hour. So if you're starting at 11 o'clock, you'll have all those too. But even if you're jumping in a little bit later, let's say 11:30, 11:40, there'll be plenty of eggs for you to find there as well.
Okay, that's good because I feel like a lot of egg hunts, traditionally, it's like, oh, the kids find the majority of the eggs within like the first 5 minutes and then there's not much left for everybody else. So that's good that you're taking those precautions to make sure everybody has a chance to get some eggs and to get some goodies from this event. And it really sounds like that throughout this egg hunt, you're truly incorporating the adventure park environment really into this experience.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's something I think it's fun for like our team just to be like, okay, we get to hide things throughout all the fun things that we usually get to do. But it's also fun for everyone that comes and visits the park because it's not often that you are, climbing a ladder or climbing a bridge up in a tree and you're like, I can also find an Easter egg here. And it's like a little extra bonus prize. It's a very cool opportunity for folks of all ages. I think I mentioned a little bit, we have a junior park too. It's for super young guests, and we hide a lot of eggs in that environment too. So if you're 4 to 7, you'll find lots of eggs in that area as well. But yeah, it's just a little bit of a different type of Easter egg hunt. And if you are not interested, I guess, doing all the climbing in your visit, you can just join on the fun on the ground too. We make sure that there's options for everyone, whatever you're looking for on the day that you come.
Of course, and I mean, this egg hunt sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody in the community, but this is only the beginning of what TreeRunner has in store for the season because we just started spring, so we've got plenty of months of fun in the future, I'm guessing. What does reopening for the spring season truly mean for TreeRunner West Bloomfield?
Like that. I see spring a lot of the time for TreeRunner as a big part of our growth too, which I know everyone kind of sees spring as like a growing time, but it's a time that like we're super excited to be back. So we start thinking of a lot of really cool ideas. A lot of our team members will throw things out there and be like, hey, I have thought of something when I was like not working there in the winter. And we'll take these ideas and we'll just try a lot of fun new things. So this Easter event is a reoccurring one. We do this every year, but a lot of times we'll just kind of very spontaneously be like, hey, let's do a new event this upcoming weekend. Let's try something new. We'll see if it sticks. And we'll do different ways of teaching people in the park too. We'll try things up differently that way. It's just a very like experimental time for us, I think. And we get to try a lot of new fun things before it gets like super heavy in the summer and the fall. And we'll plan events for those times of the season, this time of year too. But that's what I always see the spring as. I'm like, this is like a really fun time that we get to jump back into things and try new things too.
It's like the experimentation period before you really get into the thick of things with the much busier months, I'd imagine May, June, July. Now, with TreeRunner having been, let's say, in hibernation for the last few months, coming back into the spring season, how do you prepare the park after winter to welcome guests back safely?
Oh, I really like that. I think it's really cool the process that we do. We do checks on our equipment and our things all throughout the season, just like making sure that there's regular upkeep. But during the winter, we do like super duper in-depth checks. So we'll have like professionals come in. They'll climb through all the courses and they'll give us a big list of like, here's all the things that you guys should maybe adjust this upcoming season. And we'll work all winter on those adjustments, make sure that everything is back to its proper shape, ready to go for the, I guess the spring, yeah. We'll also take all of our equipment down off the trees. So some of the like belays that you do up in there, we'll take that down, we'll send it out to some folks and they'll basically take it apart and rebuild it, make sure everything is ready to go and super good. We do the same with all of our harnesses, all of our clips. Everything is checked by people who are certified to check these equipments, and we'll just basically, I want to say like rebuild everything and recheck everything, make sure it's top notch and ready to go for this spring. So everything gets a review. We keep track of all these things in like huge lists and stuff like that. And it's cool to see how things work from a technical standpoint, but it's also just a very satisfying process to be like, we have been through everything that we have here, and like we know it's all good. So it's love it. I love it a lot. I'm a very like technical person when it comes to like knowing how things work. So I like it a lot. That's like a big thing of how we prepare for like I guess from a very like mechanical standpoint, how we prepare things from an off season. But we also just, I don't know, we take the time to, like I said, prepare new events, prepare new things, get things all ready to go. And like, we'll get new things for the park, make it look all pretty. And just, I don't know, set it up all nice for the spring. We have a long hibernation season, it feels like. So there's a lot that we're able to do during that time.
It sounds like a very thorough process to make sure everything is up to code and as fun as can be for everyone to enjoy with TreeRunner. For those just joining us on the Splash Live, I'm talking with TreeRunner Adventure Park's Assistant General Manager, Luke Weller, talking to us about TreeRunner's grand opening for the spring and summer season, as well as their upcoming spring annual Easter egg hunt taking place on Sunday, March 29th. Now, Luke, why is it important for TreeRunner to host these community-centered events like this one in West Bloomfield?
Oh, that's a lovely question. I think it's really important just because I think it really brings a lot of people together, which is something I always like worry gets a little bit lost over time. Is just like people interacting with each other in person, outdoors. And I always see these events as like a time to meet new folks. We're surrounded by excellent people, surrounded by lovely folks, and this is an opportunity to talk to people, make new friends, and just make connections. So every time we host a community event, I see new people like, interacting with each other. Sometimes I'll see folks, I'm like, oh, these two came together. They must have. But then they're like, no, we just met today. And we just made very good friends today. I'm like, that is excellent. One of my favorite things is just having an option for people to make connections is kind of how I see it.
I love that. And again, with TreeRunner opening up for the spring and summer season, that means people are getting outside again. They're trying to get a little bit more active, maybe trying to shed off a little bit of that holiday Christmas weight that they gained over the winter season. Yeah. So how does TreeRunner contribute to outdoor recreation and family activities in the local community?
Ooh. That's cool. Well, I mean, everything we do is outside, and I guess it's hosted by people who also love being outside. So we're very happy to be able to give back in that way. So you're kind of doing something that seems like it's like, I mean, it is very fun. But I always think it's like you're kind of tricking yourself. You're tricking yourself into being like super active out there because these courses are fun, but they're challenging. And you realize when you get out of the trees, you're like, I'm really feeling it all over the place. And you get your like a little bit of like a actual working out there when you're there. We have the things like the bounce forces too. It seems like you're like, yeah, I'm just doing like a trampoline thing. It's really fun, but you also feel that on your whole body. It takes a lot of physical activity. So I think that's a great way that we contribute back into a recreational sense is that you're kind of being able to mix like actually staying fit and keeping yourself active while doing something that's really, really fun as well. And you're able to do it with your family or with your friends. It's not like a single alone thing. It's a thing that you can do with other people, which sometimes makes it a little bit nicer too.
That's right. And everybody gets a workout with this sort of stuff. I mean, I remember when I was there and I was going through the courses like everybody else, they took a lot out of you. They were quite a bit to deal with, but they were still so much fun. I got a couple more questions before we wrap things up, Luke. What role do events like this one play in encouraging people to spend a little more time outdoors?
Ooh, okay. So I think that events like these, they really just kind of shift because I always like to think of it as like whether it's your first event outside or maybe this is like your 30th type of event like this. Either way, I always hope that encourages people to want to leave doing more. Like they're like, even if it's like not outside of tree, like not tree runner, just like I want to spend more time outside. I know that like I was very much in that position where when I started at Tree Runner, when I first started climbing here, I was like not a very outdoorsy person. I enjoyed it here, but I didn't spend much time outside, honestly. But that's completely switched around. I'm totally into this like climbing community now. I'm into all of these outdoor activities that like my friends I've made here encourage me to do, and that's something that just shift by. I just came here and I climbed one day. That is how it started. And I always like to think like that could happen to anyone here. You can come here for just an egg hunt event, and then you're like, I actually want to do a lot more outside. I really enjoyed doing that, and it can totally shift your whole like passion and what you're really into. Which I guess maybe it sounds a little silly to be like this is all down to one Easter egg hunt, but like it could happen. It could happen to anyone. So that's always how I see it. It's just like it could cause a domino effect to spending a lot more time outside and finding something that you're really interested in that maybe you just didn't know that about yourself before.
It absolutely could. You never know. Luke, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Last question before we let you go. Any other teasers or any other things you could give us a little preview on of what else we can expect with Tree Runner in the coming months?
In the coming months, just a lot more of what we have. If you haven't been here since last year, we have bounce sports that we're really trying to like make it even nicer. Our mini golf, we just updated that. We're always planning new events, and sometimes we're a little spontaneous with them. So if you aren't already, I would definitely encourage you to follow our socials. We have our Facebook and Instagram. It's Tree Runner West Bloomfield. We also have our TikTok, which is Tree Runner Adventure Parks. And our website is just treerunnerparks.com. So we'll always announce our next coming events on there. We're always thinking of things, like I said, behind the scenes. And I mentioned spring is a very experimental time for us. So, maybe one week we'll just be like, this weekend, we're doing something new. So follow us on there. You'll hear about all the fun things that we are cooking up behind the scenes.
Well, can't wait to see what's to come, Luke. Thank you so much for joining us today here on the Splash
Absolutely.
Live.
Thank you. Have a nice one.